I talked with Father Norm Douglas about heart-to-heart communications in Akron, Ohio.
Larry and I came together back in 1986, and he had some questions around how to better live his faith and his values at work, especially as a lawyer. He had just shortly before that, actually at the age of 35, had a stroke, and that caused him to step back, take a deeper look in his life, and kind of ask questions like, who am I, where am I going, why am I going there? And so out of all of that, he wanted to connect more deeply his inner life with his outer work. Somebody mentioned, why don't you talk to Father Norm in the area? He came to me, and that's how we started coming together. So this is all just very local now. We have branched out and done some programming in Cleveland, but it's basically the general Summit County area. We're a spiritually based organization. We do encourage people to talk about their faith and their spirituality, but we ourselves are not trying to push a particular faith. What we are saying is, hey, whatever your faith, whatever your spirituality, how do you just strengthen the connection between that and your daily work? When Heart to Heart was incorporated in 1990, we started with the notion in our guidelines that we can each come to any kind of conversation with our own convictions, our own faith, because we're open to people of all spiritual paths. You can speak out of your own faith language. You're encouraged to, out of your own conviction and your own experience of your faith. At the same time, to be open and receptive to other people who are coming from other spiritual paths who might express then their own particular perspective on things. And to do that in a way where we honor one another, where there can be differences, but we're civil, and where each of us are talking more out of the story of our lives. Whatever that faith is, how does it influence you in terms of the way you live daily life? It's kind of a focus on a practical spirituality. And when you get to practical spirituality, almost all great faith traditions and spiritual paths have in common, hey, we should live with integrity, with respect, with a sense of responsibility, a compassion for one another. Well, it depends. Now, our workshops, they vary. We have a number of core themes, and people can look within the specifics of those core themes when you do a workshop, either at a work environment or out in the community. One big theme today is work-life balance, helping people to integrate their work with the rest of their lives and sort out with all the multiple responsibilities and craziness of modern life and expectations. How do I stay centered and stay true to my values and stay fairly balanced in terms of everything going on? Another area we look at is self-awareness, helping people take a deeper look inside themselves. Our culture, people are so busy that people aren't as introspective, and maybe they need to be. They need to take a look and, realize what's going on with me here. In fact, we do a lot in the area of ethics and values, and one of the things we'll say the fundamental ethical question may not necessarily be what am I doing or not doing, but who am I becoming? Getting in touch with that. What's my inner perspective, inner attitude? How is that making a difference in my life and the life of others? What people will tell us in the small group conversations, when I finally have a breather and can step back and maybe look within and see how I'm doing, my mind goes all over the place. We ask the kind of questions and get the kind of themes that get people to focus on specific areas. We have a monthly series where a speaker comes every second Wednesday of the month and speaks for about a half hour, and then there's questions, comments afterward. That person shares her or his spiritual journey, and ties it in a lot of ways, including with work life. Because some people aren't people who like to come and be in small groups and share. They'd rather maybe hear a speaker, inspire them, give them some practical tips for daily living, and then take that with them into work. So we have that. We have these Leadership Connection workshops. We take 10 to 12 to 14 people in a group. We use a book, and then we created a manual to supplement it, always asking the practical question, so what? What does this mean to my life and the here and now? And what might this be calling me to evolve in my life or to transform in my life, an area that I want to be better? We try to help people see the distinction. Obviously, religions can be a wonderful way for people to discover, to enhance their spiritual path, but they can even do that apart from religion too. And basically, we talk about that inner spirit. I mean, everybody understands that to some extent, that we might even use it in everyday language. Gee, what's your spirit like today? And people go, oh, it's feeling pretty positive, or oh, I'm feeling kind of defeated by life today. And also, we use that language about departments or workplaces. What's this workplace department like? What's the spirit like around here? Yes. And we're talking about more than just rah-rah enthusiasm. We're talking about something deeper and richer about that inner spirit of individuals in an organization. People are looking for leaders, and again, we all are called to leadership as being people of influence, are looking for leaders who are authentic and credible. Sure. You know, that what they say, they do. We're seeing the importance, again, of people getting in sync between their inner life and their outer work. We help people take a deeper look at their gifts and at what we call their shadow side, maybe the side they don't want to look at that's affecting them, that maybe they need to get in touch with so they can work it through better. This is an excellent book to really focus in a very broad-based way. It's not based in any one particular religion, but whatever your faith and spirituality, how do you connect that spirit with leadership? All of us are very interdependent and interconnected as families, as a community, as a nation, as a world, and how within that we can all touch base with that spirit within and among us that helps us all to be vital, helps us all to be our best, helps us all to bring the best out of one another. If we can do that, the human family can keep becoming more and more what we are meant to be.
Heart-to-heart communications, making a difference, one beat at a time.